Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations welcome you to your Thursday night meeting with
Just for you the moonlight shines at your request.
Dick Haymes. Yes, it's the Dick Haymes Show with Cliff Arquette as Mrs. Wilson, Martha Tilton, Gordon Jenkins and his orchestra, the Four Hits and a Miss, and the Autolite Chorus. And as our special guest tonight, Jack Benny. And here's your host of these Thursday night meetings, the handyman of this half hour, Dick Haymes.
Of thee I sing, baby, summer, autumn, winter, spring. Baby, you're my silver lining, you're my sky of blue. There's a love light shining just because of you. Of thee I sing, baby, you have got that certain thing, baby, shining star and inspiration worthy of a mighty nation. Of thee I sing. Shining star and inspiration, worthy of a mighty nation. Of thee I sing.
A nice opener, Dick.
Oh, thank you, Frank. Say, Frank, the moment that Jack Benny arrives, let me know, will you? I want to get with him right away.
Oh, something wrong, Dick?
Well, I don't know what's up, Frank. For the past week, Jack has been calling me night and day. He said it was very urgent that he get together with me.
And you have no idea what it is?
I don't know what he wants to see me about. I've already got a babysitter.
That is strange. Now, if it had been Don Wilson who wanted to see me, I could understand it.
Don Wilson?
Yes, he probably would want me to give him a few pointers on how to handle a commercial.
Oh.
And if he did, I'd start right out by saying, Don, do you recognize this voice?
'Tis a far, far better thing I do than I have ever done before. Yes, far, far better. And if I were king, but I'm not king. I don't want to be king. I only want to be the man I am, and not the man you may think I am.
Perhaps you thought that was a famous movie star, but actually it was Paul Frees of Pacoima, California. Yes, often things seem alike. Car batteries look alike. But Autolite Stay-Full batteries need water only 3 times a year.
Switch to Autolite.
Yes, the new Autolite Stay-Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. This greater liquid reserve practically eliminates one of the major causes of battery failure. Car owners tell us it's the greatest battery ever built. The greatest battery ever built. Money cannot buy a better battery for your car.
Switch to Autolite.
Batteries may look alike, but Autolite Stay-Full batteries need water only 3 times a year. See your friendly neighborhood Autolite battery dealer tomorrow. Limited quantities are now available. Remember, the name Autolite means batteries. Autolite means spark plugs. Autolite means ignition systems. Autolite means the lifeline of your car.
With Jack Benny coming over this evening, I believe that it's only fitting and proper at this time that I should sing his favorite song, The Best Things in Life Are Free. The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come Thank you very much. Say, Frank, has Jack Benny showed up yet?
No, he hasn't, Dick.
Gee, I can't for the life of me figure out why Jack wants to see me. You suppose he lost another collar out of my laundry?
Gee, I don't know, Dick.
He's been awfully careless with my flat work lately.
Say, Dick, what are you going to do about little old Mrs. Wilson this evening?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Frank. We must keep her away from Jack Benny, because it'd be just like the little old lady to say the wrong thing and hurt Jack's feelings. You know how sensitive he is.
Yeah, especially about his age. Well, we'll just have to head Mrs. Wilson off, and... here she comes now.
Well, I'll brace myself and hope for the best.
Hello, boy.
Hello, Mrs. Wilson. Say, I've never seen you look so excited.
Oh, I am. When I heard who was going to be here tonight, I just rushed right over.
Oh, then you know who Jack Benny is.
Do I know who Jack Benny is? No, I don't.
Look, Mrs. Wilson, who is responsible for brightening the homes of millions of Americans?
Thomas A. Edison.
No, Mrs. Wilson, that's not the answer.
On any other program, I would have at least won a Gruen watch. I'll stand by for the jackpot.
Look, Mrs. Wilson, surely you know who Jack Benny is. Now listen carefully. Every Sunday you sit down in front of your radio. You turn it on. And for the next half hour, you laugh and laugh and laugh.
I do?
Well, if you don't, you'd better go get yourself examined.
If I do, I better go get myself examined. My house ain't got no electricity.
No electricity? How do you warm your heating pad?
Friendly neighbors. Extra long cord.
But, Mrs. Wilson, don't you find that terribly inconvenient, taking that long cord next door?
Oh, I don't mind that. It's the stairs that wear me out.
The stairs?
They live on the 3rd floor. My, what a time I have. Every night just before bedtime, I get all dressed up, go next door, upstairs, dragging my cord behind me, plug in, follow the cord back to my bed, get undressed into my gown and cap, get in bed, snuggle down. Oh, my, it's so toasty. Then in about a half hour, it gets too toasty, so I get out of bed, get dressed, go next door, upstairs, unplug, go downstairs, dragging my cord behind me, get undressed into my gown and cap, get in bed.
And then you snuggle down and go to sleep.
Oh, no. By then, my heating pad is stone cold. So I get out of bed, get dressed, go next door, upstairs.
Yeah, I know, and you plug in.
No, this time I forgot to bring my cord. So I get undressed, go...
Get undressed on the 3rd floor landing?
Oh, I get so mixed up. And I catch a few colds, too. Not only that, I think those folks are getting sick of me coming over there and plugging in my heating pad.
What makes you think that?
Last week for my birthday, they gave me a hot water bottle. Filled.
Well, gee, that's swell.
No, when I got home, it was stone cold. So I dressed, went next door, upstairs.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sometimes I think it'd be easier if I paid my light bill.
Mrs. Wilson, all this confusion started simply because I wanted to know if you knew Jack Benny. He's the greatest living comedian, a man of many talents, a man of eminence, the man of distinction.
I just can't seem to place him, boy.
Oh, you must know him, Mrs. Wilson. Before he went into radio, he was a big star on the stage.
On the stage, Jack Benny. Oh, yes, now I remember. When I was in high school, he was my favorite pin-up boy. Or was that before we had pins? Oh, dear, how could I ever forget little Jackie boy? Yes, he was the Tom Brenneman of our day.
Jack Benny was the Tom Brenneman of your day?
Oh, yes, and how time flies. Now he's about due to win the orchid.
Oh, you must be mistaken, Mrs. Wilson. Mr. Benny is not that old. Did you see the horn blows at midnight?
See it? I didn't even hear it. You see, along about midnight, I get out of bed, get dressed, go next door.
Oh, please, Mrs. Wilson. You've already made the trip 3 times.
Yes, and I'm getting awful tired. Goodbye, boy.
Goodbye, Mrs. Wilson.
Goodbye, Mrs. Wilson.
And so, as Mrs. Wilson follows her heating pad cord back to her apartment, we turn to our talented teammate in song, Miss Martha Tilton.
The gentleman is a dope, a man of many faults, a clumsy Joe who wouldn't know a rumba from a waltz. The gentleman is a dope, and not my cup of tea. Why do I get in a dither? He doesn't belong to me. The gentleman isn't bright, he doesn't know the score. A cake will come, he'll take a crumb and never ask for more. The gentleman's eyes are blue, but little do they see. Why am I beating my brains out? He doesn't belong to me. He's somebody else's problem. She's welcome to the guy. She'll never understand him half as well as I. The gentleman is a dope. He isn't very smart. He's just a lug you'd like to hug and hold against your heart. The gentleman doesn't know how happy he could be. Look at me crying my eyes out as if he belonged to me. He'll never belong to me.
Oh, very convincing, Martha. The gentleman is definitely a dope. And I'm still baffled as to the reason for Jack Benny's visit here this evening. But as for Frank Martin, we have an unconfirmed hunch why he dropped by. Frank, would you please confirm that hunch?
One of the most tragic sounds in the world is when you get in your car, step on the starter, and... That can happen if you have an ordinary battery and you forget to put water in it regularly. Today, there's a brand new battery, one that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. It's the sensational new Autolite Stay Full battery.
Switch to Autolite.
Yes, batteries may look alike, but Autolite Stay Full batteries have more than 3 times the liquid reserve of ordinary car batteries. Car owners tell us it's the greatest battery ever built. Yes, car owners tell us it's the greatest battery ever built. Money cannot buy a better battery.
Switch to Autolite.
See your friendly neighborhood Autolite battery dealer and order the new Autolite Stay Full battery for your car. It needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Remember, the name Autolite means batteries. Autolite means spark plug. Autolite means ignition system. Autolite means the lifeline of your car.
And now I'd like to sing a new tune from a new picture, Golden Earrings. Gordon? There's a story the gypsies. Yeah, Gordon, what is it?
Jack Benny's here to see you.
Oh, fine. Have him come in.
Okay. Come on in, Jack.
Thank you.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, Dick. Dick, the reason I came over to see you
Jack, what are those on your feet?
roller skates. Dick, the reason I came over to see you
Well,
is...
Jack, do you mean you skated down here all the way from Beverly Hills?
No, I hung onto the back of the Sunset bus. Dick, the reason I came over to see you...
Well, what's that you're holding in your hand?
A transfer. I'm going back the same way. Now, Dick, I came over here to see you about something very important.
Well, I figured it must be something urgent. What is it, Jack?
Well, I'd rather not talk in front of these people. I mean, it's kind of confidential.
Oh, well, you can talk here, Jack. These are all my friends, Gordon Jenkins, and you know Martha Tilton.
Oh, yes. You see, Martha and I, we made 2 trips overseas together. Hello, Martha.
Hello, Jack. I haven't seen you since we flew back from the South Pacific.
That's right. Gee, that seems like a long time ago. Say, Martha, you remember that night we were on that little island sitting on the beach under the palm trees?
Oh, yeah.
We sat there side by side watching the moon shine on the ocean, and finally you said, Jack, I'm getting a little chilly.
Yeah. So you took off your hair and put it around my shoulders.
Yeah. Then we got romantic, and I put my arms around you and ran my fingers through my hair. What a trip that was.
Jack, what was it you wanted to see me about?
Well, Dick, this is really very confidential. I'd rather talk to you alone.
All right, let's step out in the hall.
Okay.
Jack, why don't you take off your skates?
No, I'm going back soon anyway.
All right, Jack. Now, what have you got on your mind?
Well, Dick, I'd rather not talk out here in the hall. Let's go into your dressing room, will you?
Okay.
Gee, is this your dressing room?
Yes.
Gosh, so nice, and you have so much privacy here. You know, in my dressing room, that guy with the wisp room drives me nuts. Well, anyway...
Now, what is it, Jack? What is it? What do you want to see me about?
Oh, well, Dick, shut the door, will you, please?
Okay.
Now, Dick, wait a minute. You don't have to turn out the lights. Oh, pardon me. My glasses slipped off. Now, Dick.
Yes. What is it, Jack? What's so important?
Dick.
Yes?
Dick.
Yes.
I'm looking for a job.
A job? But, Jack, you already have a job. A good job with Lucky Strike every week.
I know that, Dick, but, darn it, I don't know if I should tell you or not.
Oh, well, come on, Jack. You can speak frankly.
I mean, promise you won't tell Phil or Dennis?
I promise.
Well, I'd like to have 2 shows, too.
But, Jack, I thought that lately you'd been terribly busy as it is.
That's true, Dick, but selling Christmas cards is so seasonal. By the way, were you happy with yours?
Yes, but I ordered a box of 100, and you only sent me 99.
Well, I figured you were going to send me one anyway. Now, what about it, Dick? Do you think you can use me on your show?
Well, Jack, I'm surprised that a big star like you would be interested in looking for another show.
Well, Dick, it's just
I
that...
just don't understand it, Jack. Look at me. I've only got 1 show.
Oh, but, Dick, you're a young fellow. I mean, a kid. Gee, I'm 38. I've got to get rolling, Bob.
Well, you've got your skates on.
I don't mean that. Now, Dick, how about giving me a job so I can have 2 shows?
Oh,
too?
but Jack, a man in your position wouldn't want to be a stooge.
Well, I wasn't thinking of being a stooge exactly. I thought maybe I might be an announcer or something. You know, announcer that sneaked in subtle commercials.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, I could say something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, every time you take out a lucky strike, you auto-light it. Hey, there's plenty of spark in that plug, huh? Oh. Help me up, Dick. I fell down.
You did not. I pushed you.
Oh, well, if I wasn't looking for another job, I'd punch you right in the nose. Now, Dick, how about it? Maybe I could do the commercial on your show. Anything, just so I have 2 shows.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack, but I have all the people I need.
Well, what about your orchestra?
What?
I play the violin, you know. You've heard me play, haven't you?
No, Jack. I got this cauliflower ear and the golden gloves.
Well, look, Dick, I do a lot of kidding around with a violin, but I can play it seriously, and it so happens that I brought my violin with me.
Oh, but Jack...
Come on, Dick, I'll give you an audition.
But, Jack, we haven't the
It'll
time.
only take a minute. Come on.
Oh, but, Jack, we've got all the musicians we need.
You'll
believe
change
me.
your mind when you hear me. Now I have a symphonic arrangement of Love and Bloom, and you'll just love it. Tell Gordon Jenkins to get the orchestra ready.
All right. Play Love and Bloom and get it over with.
Okay, now wait till I get my violin. There.
Okay. All right.
Now, let's see. Where's my bow? Oh, here it is.
Put that down. That's Frank Martin.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. If he's that thin, why doesn't he wear a hat or something? Here's my bow.
Wait a minute, Jack. What kind of a violin is that? It's got 5 strings.
The 5th one is an Airwick. Petrillo sent it to me. Now, come on, I'm going to play my number, a symphonic arrangement of Love and Bloom. Dick, hold my transfer, will you?
Okay.
I better tune up first. Give me A, will you, Gordon? Please? Cheap piano.
Jack, you're playing on the Airwick.
Oh, yes. Now, come on, Gordon. Give me an introduction, please. Well, Dick, what did you think of it?
Well, Jack, I thought it was wonderful. You really surprised me. But as I said before, we have all the musicians we need, and I have no room for you.
Well, okay, Dick, I tried, and thanks for listening to me anyway. See you again sometime.
Okay. So long, Jack.
So long, Dick.
Don't forget Autolite's Christmas special for car owners. A big red Christmas stocking containing a complete set of ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs. See your friendly neighborhood Autolite spark plug dealer, tell him the make, year, and model of car, and he'll fill the stocking with a set of Autolite spark plugs, the exact size to fit the engine. They're a gift any car owner will be delighted to receive.
Well, folks, that's 38 for tonight. 30 for tonight. And don't forget that next week when we gather, our special guest will be you. Many thanks to Jack for joining us this evening and adding to our fun. It was great, Jack. Till next Thursday, then, this is Dick Haymes speaking for Cliff Arquette as Mrs. Wilson, Martha Tilton, Gordon Jenkins, the orchestra and chorus saying, "Just for you the moonlight shines at your request. And just for
Dick.
you...
Oh, Dick.
Jack, what are you doing back here?
I forgot my transfer.
Yeah, Jack. Here it is.
Thank you.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very, very much.
The Dick Haymes Show comes to you each week from Hollywood. This is Frank Martin saying good night for Autolite, and come back again next week, same time, same place in your dial. Remember, friends, drive carefully. The life you save may be your own. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.